Welcome, beautiful souls. I'm Reverend Jess Intuitive Angel Healer with Spoken Like an Angel Enlightenment for Survivors, where my prophetic word is meant to stimulate so you can raise your vibe and elevate. Thank you so much for being here today. Today, I was guided to channel some messages from your loved ones. And literally right before I got on here, I heard the winds of change are blowing. It got really windy. So there's quite a few things that are happening behind the veil that maybe you're not aware of yet. I'm hearing new beginnings are happening, and I'm hearing don't follow the crowd because the crowd is being led to fall off the cliff. You're being led to greater heights, and I'm seeing an owl right now. It's crazy. It's on top of a rooftop. So owls are significant spirit animal for you. If that resonates with you, always take my messages back to God and source, whatever you happen to call it. Know that things are, it's like your luck's about to change. And I'm seeing those red feathers again. You can watch my other readings that I did. Red feathers are very significant, whether it's a Native American spirit guide or an actual ancestor. This person in spirit has a message. They're of Native American descent. That's our connection. And I hear Redbone. If you ever, they're the one that go, hey, 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 what's the matter with you? Feel right. Don't you feel right? Come and get your love. That song. They're an all Native American band, and I think the main guy of Redbone was actually, that's a confirmation. He was, I forgot his name at the moment, but he's from Vegas. He has Vegas connections. So Vegas is also connected, and I'm seeing 333. That's connected. Sun just came out and like, whew, it's baking my back. You have a lot of hidden things at this time that are happening, especially something connected to a higher power, and like specifically a religious higher power. So somebody that is supposed to be a man of God or a woman of God is actually using their power for not good purposes. Hold on. All right. So somebody, I'm hearing during eclipse season, kept something significant from you. They hid something, and I'm being shown wolves. Wolves are a specific spirit animal too. Maybe you're a lone wolf, or maybe they're a leader of a pack, but just because they're a leader of the pack doesn't mean that they're doing right. This has to do specifically with July and Cancer zodiac as well. Because I'm seeing a bunch of crabs, and we're right in the middle of Cancer, about to go into Leo. Somebody basically stabbed you in the back. I'm seeing that bee energy again, and I'm seeing that little girl from all I can say is that my life is pretty plain. You don't like my point of view, you think that I'm insane. It's not sane. I just want someone to save me. No, oh. Let's get some messages from your loved ones across the veil. Again, these are channeled messages I'm getting across the veil, but I'm going to get a little bit more specific for you. You have somebody that is evangelistic. that this is tied to in spirit. They're saying something's coming very fast. They're manifesting something very quickly for you. You're going to have all the resources that you need. It's going to come in very shocking. You're about to get some kind of news from and somebody who's tied to evangelistic or religious, like Christian, maybe Mormon, even, and spirit is saying, I feel like this person wore suits, like maybe even a white suit, or they definitely have white shoes, like white dress shoes. So if you have like an uncle, feels like a man, and he wore a bow tie and he wore suits. So I don't know if he wore them to church. He was very proper. And they're showing me the infinity symbol connected. So you have to take that as it resonates. He's very tied into the justice system. He's bringing you justice as well. And I'm hearing parrots are significant. What else? So somebody has a mom here in spirit. And I feel like they have a kid. They had a kid in the 90s. Or they're a mom from the 90s that passed over. What is she saying? She's showing me a bunch of cats. So I feel like she either had a cat or she really liked cats. And I'm seeing the cat from the Cheshire cat from Alice in Wonderland. So let me know how this is speaking to you, because spirit speaks in so many different languages. I'm hearing that show Charmed. So I feel like that was one, this mom in spirit, this was one of her shows. She feels like a younger mom, feels like she passed away younger. Maybe she passed away in the 90s. She had sisters. I'm seeing that, and these sisters were always in competition. And then I'm showing kind of like the stepsisters of, they weren't very nice sisters to her. They were always stealing from her, taking her ideas, or stealing her boyfriend when they were younger. They made her juggle a lot. These sisters are getting judgment, though, for what they did to this mom, because I feel like they're the reason why this mom passed away so early in life. She wasn't supposed to pass away, and they're showing me a connection to Canada. And I'm hearing Mima. Mima and Mama comes up a lot. So I feel like maybe this is a Southern, if your mom was Southern or she had a mom. She was a mom who had, you have a grandma and you call her Mima or Mama. I'm hearing that these were not spiritual people at all. And they were just all about getting wish fulfillment, taking what they could get from people. I'm seeing 1113. That's very significant. And they're showing me 1111 and 111. I'm hearing you're about to get some wish fulfillment, especially if you're a water sign. And we're in water sign season 2, and swans are significant. So please let me know how these resonate with you. They're also showing me a connection to Texas, and they're saying Tejano, Mexico. So maybe they grew up in like San Antonio, the southern Texas, or they knew people. They were definitely Texas born, like a Texas native. At times I'm hearing they were demanding, and they were an empath, but they were a dark empath, which means they weren't healed. Little neurotic, very talented, but very emotionally manipulative. 1222 as I say that. And they set standards too high for their partners to ever meet. So I don't feel like your mom was ever fulfilled in love. She set all these high standards for everyone else, but she never met them for herself. And it's like she met this gambler. She met a bad boy. They might have had a severe addiction to gambling, or their partner had a big gambling problem. They loved Johnny Cash, but they had a lot of addictions. So they were in a toxic relationship with this person, and I feel like at any rate they passed away in the 90s. So again, let me know if this is your loved one in spirit, because that's why I'm doing these messages. So 1313, as I say that, that's a significant number. This mom was a fire sign as well, very royal, or she kind of was like a princess kind of energy, maybe even a queen, but she was kind of a demanding queen. Sunflowers are very significant. I keep getting that sign over and over, sunflowers. So I know what it means for me, but let me know what it means for you out there, because sunflowers are also connected to the sign of Cancer or zodiac. And they're showing me, I feel like she liked Shirley Temple. Shirley Temple's also a Taurus, and April 23rd, 1928 is a specific birthday out there for someone, maybe your grandmother, because 1928's the older generation. Let me know. It's connected to child actress. You have acting running in your blood, or your mom was just a really good actress and she passed down that to you, but you can do it in a good way, not in the way that she did it. I feel like somebody's mom here tried to go be an actress or do something in Hollywood too, but she didn't ever fulfill her cup. It's like her addictions took over before she could focus on that and get accepted by the right people. I also feel like for some people out there, this mom in spirit was in some kind of cult, like in the 60s, 60s or 70s, something like that. Like maybe even you experienced it, and it was like a religious cult, and that's why you have an issue with religion now, because obviously you were in the Sunshine Happy Club, and it wasn't very happy. Hearing Michael was one of the leaders, the person that ran this, and he was very emotionally manipulative and got people into their feelings so he could take advantage of them. And I feel like he took advantage of your mom, and that is another reason why she passed away in the 90s. She was very young and impressionable. I'm hearing hummingbirds are very significant, and they keep showing me this red dress. So I feel like your mom was like beautiful. She used to dress up and wow all the boys. She liked high heels. Maybe this is for some out there that it's like she did some kind of act, like with swords, or maybe a sword swallower, a magician. Again, this is like entertainment stuff. I feel like this this mom was into, maybe before you knew her, but it's like she ended up walking away. And when she walked away, she had to cut the ties. And then she struggled, and that's why she didn't make it very long, because she struggled too much. She didn't understand she had the world of the world in the palm of her hands. She never got to fulfill her destiny. And they're showing me some kind of video gamer in spirit, possible Scorpio. I'm hearing, I'm a Toys R Us kid. I don't want to grow up. This person loved cartoons, had a lot of adult toys, a little immature in society's eyes, loved like anime, Pixar movies, and was always YOLO, like living for the moment, not the whole picture. Maybe a photographer. It's interesting because Salinas is coming in. Her birthday is April 16th, 1971. And I feel like my friend Georgia is here in spirit because she's the one who introduced that movie to me. This is Aries energy. My friend passed away in the early 2000s, and she passed away living in San Antonio. So that's kind of crazy. So, hey, Georgia. Selena was the queen of Tejano music. Quintanilla and Perez are very specific. So this mom that is tied to Mexico and has Tejano vibes, she liked that song Como la Flor. And she was about 23 years old, around that age. And Corpus Christi is connected because they're showing me the scene where Selena, because she stopped by today, is showing me where she did that transaction with Yolanda, and then that lady took her life. She was supposed to be her business manager, but she took, yeah, so she got some dirty dealings in the entertainment business. Yeah, that's where that red dress is coming in. And a younger energy, maybe she liked poetry, maybe found her journal. They're also showing me Reese Witherspoon, which is legally blonde. March 22nd, 1976 is another birthday. Selena was April 16th, 1971. These are specific birthdays. And they're showing me that movie Cruel Intentions with Reese Witherspoon, where the guy died, her love of her life, or at the moment, he was the love of her life. It was a toxic relationship, but she ends up getting his car at the end of the movie. So that movie, Cruel Intentions, is a significant download as well. I saw 2022. This person could have been a cigarette smoker as well. I feel like their parents were a bigger picture person, especially like their dad. Had to plan every detail, doesn't like to rush things. Everything was like put according to plan. He was maybe a crafter. And this is the older generation, the post-war silent generation, 1928 to 1945. So I feel like this is a parent, and they may even be in spirit with her right now. Yes, I feel like at least the dad is, because he's saying, I was a terrible family member to you. Please forgive me. So he's, and maybe this is you that I'm speaking about, that you lost a parent in the 90s, because his grandpa's coming in and he's really apologizing for what he did. And he's saying, I'm sorry for verbally abusing you. He wants you to know you make him so proud in this life. He's sorry if he didn't show you it when he was alive. I feel like that's somebody specific who lost their father and maybe never felt good enough. And this father's like stepping in to maybe even a grandparent. I feel like it's more of a grandparent. Or maybe there would be a grandparent now. You have to take that as it resonates. It could be both. It could be a father and a grandfather. I'm hearing a young feminine come in right now, and I see 2222 as I say this. She says, remember when we used to sneak out and hang out, sneak out? So I don't know if you like, this is like somebody's childhood friend that's in, they're coming in rapidly. So if this resonates with you, you used to sneak out and maybe go smoke cigarettes. This was when you were very young. Like I'm seeing like 14 to like 16, something like that. His grandpa is coming back in and saying, I heard you when you told me goodbye in the hospital. So maybe you had to go and sit with your grandfather, like he was in a coma, and you had to go in the hospital with him. He heard you when you said goodbye, but he wants you to know that his death happened by negligence. So you might want to look into that, or if you already know that, this is a confirmation for you. And then I'm seeing PB&J sandwiches and bologna sandwiches. I feel like maybe you used to go on picnics or like fishing. I'm hearing fishing is maybe that's what you packed up to go on these picnics. I'm hearing I died doing what I loved. So they definitely, they weren't in pain when they died. Somebody specifically needs to hear that. Whoever's resonating in your mind right now, they want you to know that they died doing what they loved. Especially this feminine energy coming in. And I'm hearing that song, If Heaven Wasn't So Far Away, I'd pack up the kids and drive for the day. Take my kids to see their grandpa. Watch them laugh at the way he talks. That's by Justin Moore. Somebody was lost in Vietnam. I'm also hearing, and they're showing me San Francisco, Santa Barbara, and Lake Tahoe. That's significant as well. And I'm hearing your great uncle was murdered by poison. Cause of death is wrong. So somebody forged a death certificate. Interesting. There's a lot of forging of stuff that goes on after people pass away, let me tell you. And if you've been seeing bluebirds, blue jays, parrots, or mockingbirds, mockingbird, have you heard? She's gonna buy you a mockingbird. I'm also hearing that song from Eminem, Hush Little Baby, Don't You Cry. That song, Everything's Gonna Be Alright. Stiffen that upper lip, baby. Daddy's gonna hold you through the night. So they're also showing me something's hid in a well on a property. So that might be significant if you're trying to find something and you're wondering where in the world, because it's like these karmic family members. I'm seeing a Bible. They have a family Bible and they have all their hidden documents and stuff. And some of them got really crafty and really hid it. And so one of those things, like the evidence, is buried in a well. But you wouldn't think like it's a non-functioning well. It might even just be a regular well, and then it's like, you know, sealed up in something like waterproofed, so it can just float around in the well and you not even know about it. And then they're showing me beachside and ocean memories. So this person that's showing me this, their death happened by disease. I feel like it's an older male. They're showing me an older male and an older female. And they're showing me a bunch of blue and orange butterflies. So I feel like something monetary is going to come out of this. Maybe I feel like you were supposed to be written in this will, and they all this changing of wills got you cut out of it. They had you written in it since you were a child, and I feel like you were raised by these people, especially if you're a water sign. Some revealing's gonna happen. Now I'm seeing it was an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. All these songs coming in. Oh, and then I needed to tell you this really significantly. I went to go take a walk day before yesterday, and all of a sudden I saw a dead mouse, like a little tiny field mouse, and all these feathers scattered around it. And I rarely ever see that, like just laid out. It was like spirit just laid it out in front of me. So it's obviously whatever rat went and did something, that they got caught, or they're about to pass away. They're, see, judgment. As I say that, that was just crazy, because there was no mistaking this little mouse that was just on my pathway, and I was kind of got choked up. Like, wow, that's a very big signifier of passing away. Like somebody got caught, and then judgment's coming. So again, their antics happened maybe while they were alive, but it's not going to continue. They can't continue it past this timeline. I'm hearing a field of daisies. Daisies are significant, and they're showing me these blue high heels. So let me know how these messages resonate with you. They want you to know that they love you, and things are going to be okay. I feel like you've got this hardness on your heart. Maybe you're stuck in grief, and it's because you don't know the real answers, and those real answers are going to be produced because you're about to find out some family members were poisoned just so they could get their money. Like whoever was their caretaker, the person deemed to be in charge of their estate, is getting in a lot of trouble if they're not already in a lot of trouble, especially this fire sign. And as a fire sign and air sign, it's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, you're in some trouble. You're in some trouble. And I'm hearing Barney Fife. So I don't know, Andy Griffith. Barney Fife is significant to this. Maybe your grandpa watched a lot of that. Mayberry. Maybe you live in a small town. But whoever went and took advantage of your loved ones, everything's coming out in the wash. You're about to benefit from it. And if anything, Spirit wants you to know. Stuff's blowing. Spirit wants you to know that you're loved and you're well taken care of. And especially this woman, this Aries woman who's a cigarette smoker. She definitely wants you to know that everything's taken care of and you don't need to worry anymore. So let me know how these messages resonate with you. Again, if you start seeing bluebirds, your spirit team is talking in bluebirds or parrots. And there's a mockingbird. I feel like mockingbird is the state of Texas. So you have to take that as it resonates. I love to hear how these all resonate with you, because spirit can say, show me one symbol and I know what it means to me, but it can mean 1,000 million different things to others, because I noticed they kind of group up with me. And I'm hearing these birds. I was hearing these birds before I started. Can't hear. That was cool. Love and light, beautiful souls. Have a wonderful Monday.